A black teen in a white foster home was pepper sprayed by police who thought he was a burglar. Yes, America is true. If America's police could not do any more crazy. Now, I'm not saying all police are crazy, so before you go and start commenting and vomiting on my comment page, which some of you do, or vomiting on my Twitter account, which some of you also do, or, throwing your radio out the window, which you can do that if you want, but you got to buy a new radio. That's on you, honey. This is the story. The foster parents of Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina high school student, was furious after neighbors mistook their son for a burglar and called the police, who responded by pepper spraying him in his own home. Stacy Tyler said she left her home unlocked because she knew her foster son, DeShawn Currie, would be arriving from school. When the neighbors spotted Currie, who is black, entering the Taylor residence, they immediately called the police. The story continues. When the police arrived, they ordered Currie to put his hands up in the air, and he's like, "For what?" He said, "This is my house. Why are y'all here?" And the officer then pointed at the photograph on the mantel of the Tyler's natural-born children, all of whom are white. At which point, Currie became angry. After briefly arguing with the officer, they pepper sprayed him in the face. They pepper sprayed this boy in the face when he was in his own home because they didn't see his picture on the fireplace. But moving on. When Stacy, the mother, Tyler, arrived home, she found Currie being treated by EMS for pepper spray and quickly cleared up the confusion with the officers, who told her that her foster son had been threatening and belligerent. Of course, because when the police do something, they always use this example. It's the same example they use in Hammond, Indiana. The same example they use with Mike Brown. Oh, well, we felt as though he was threatening us and being belligerent. So we felt the need to pepper spray him in his own home. Or we felt the need to shoot him 6 times and leave him in the street for 5 hours. Or like George Zimmerman said, I was so nervous. He was chasing me. So I felt the need to shoot him twice, even though he was unarmed. I digress. Moving forward. Currie insisted that he was merely offended by the officer's suggestion that he could not possibly be part of the Tyler family. "I had moved into my room and I'm feeling like I'm loved," he said. This is what this young man, and this young man's probably been through a lot. I don't know him, but he's been through the foster system, and the foster system, as most folks know, in most parts of the country, is just downright awful. But moving forward, no charges were filed against him. But, listen, the police here are still awfully wrong. Awfully wrong. But, hey, this goes back to the point that I've made before, is that this situation that's been created by what we've seen in the police department is this idea that black lives are worth less than a white life. Because they wouldn't do this to a white boy in the suburbs, even if he was quote unquote a burglar.